Hi guys, it's Trish from Dish Kitty Studio, and I thought I would just do a quick little video here, well hopefully it's quick, and kind of go through, these are the books, the sketchbooks, the art journals, the notebooks, whatever, that I use on pretty much, I would say, almost a daily basis. Most of them almost a daily basis. Some of them not quite as often, but these are the ones that I'm working with right now. So I thought I'd just kind of go through and kind of talk about what they are and how I use them and that kind of thing. There's really not in any particular order except by size, I would say. The first one is, it's a daily sketch journal. So this one, I'm doing a 365 sketch project this year, so this is the book that I'm using for that. It's got, I think I've missed a couple of days. Some of them are color, some of them are just drawings. Obviously, sometimes I don't have much time at all, so it's very quick. Just depends on what I want to do and what I have time for and that kind of thing. So this has been really fun so far. And I'm looking forward to finishing it. It's kind of one of those things that it's fun and I enjoy it when I have time, but there are other times when I feel like there's pressure to just get something in here and it's not really what I want to do, or I don't know if that makes any sense. You know, sometimes when there's a deadline, it sort of takes some of the fun away, but overall, this has been really cool. If you're interested in seeing a flip of what I have so far, just let me know in a comment and I'll do another video on just this book, but it's been fun. It's been pretty cool. This is just a composition book. This is more what I would call a Zibaldone. This really is like a lot of notes, lists, sticky notes. Sometimes I painted it, I stick things in. Just depends kind of on what I'm doing and you know, what I need. This book is almost always with me, so it is honestly a little bit of everything. There is some drawing in here, but there's a lot more words, and you know, like obviously you can see I've just sort of like stuck things in from other pages I was working on or whatever. So it's really super random, but also really fun. You know, it's nice because I don't have any, there's no rules or no preconceived anything here. This is just a book that I write stuff in. So, and sometimes I draw in it. So it's really fun. So that's that one. This is what I usually just call this my book. I have been sort of like, oh, there's my address. I've been sort of keeping a visual journal, which is more like just sort of a, it's a lot of writing, but I draw pictures every day as well. Sometimes it's a lot more writing and sometimes it's a lot more drawing. Just depends. I've been doing this for about 4 years. This is my 13th book, so I have filled up 12 other books. It is really fun. This is something that I really, really enjoy doing. It's, you know, usually my covers are a lot more decorated, but since I'm only, you know, not very far into this book yet, I've still got all these pages to go, so I sort of decorate these as I go. I did put some paint on it, but this is something I really, really enjoy doing. It's really, really fun for me. I've used all different types of books. This happens to be, I'm sure you can tell, a Canson mixed media, and it is the 7 by 10 inch size. And it's been great. You know, sometimes I use spiral bound, sometimes I use hardbound. I have a whole bookshelf, obviously, with 12 other versions of this book. And it's fun. I really, really enjoy it. If you guys want to see more of this too, let me know and I can kind of walk you through maybe some of my other ones too, you know, my earlier versions, and kind of go through the highlights and sort of see what it's about. But this, I use this one every day. These 3 books I use every day for sure. This is more like my traveling sketchbook. So if I'm going somewhere, this is the book I take with me. And it's actually really cool. This is like, I don't know what you call it. It's like the stuff that clipboards are made out of. And a friend of mine made this for me, so I can actually unscrew these and add more paper. It's just 3-hole punch. Obviously I've decorated the cover, but this, you know, like this is just check paper. Like my father-in-law had a bunch of check paper, a big stack of it that he didn't want, and so I took it and I draw on it. This is just my, kind of like my go-to sketchbook. If I'm going somewhere, I take this with me, and this is what I draw on. It's nice because it always has, I always have a hard surface to draw on. I can flip those pages back. The other thing I have here, which I don't know if you'll even be able to see, but this is like a piece of plastic that I usually slide in behind the sheet that I'm working on. That way I don't have to, because most of this is just copy paper. This is right here is a little bit heavier, but a lot of it is just, you know, I have all different kinds of stuff in here, just like whatever strikes me. But I can use markers or whatever kind of media I want. I don't have to worry about it bleeding through. I don't have to worry about my pencil, you know, if it's really sharp, making indentations in the paper below. So that's really nice. I also keep, in the way back here, I have, I slid in just like some coloring book pages, stuff like that. I have a couple of little, like here's some little Care Bears things that, I usually always have crayons in my bag, so if I decide I want to color, I can, or occasionally I find myself in the company of children, and this is perfect because when they see me drawing, they're always very excited to draw themselves, so that gives them something to work on as well. So this, I love this thing, and it's so great. I've had it for probably about a year. You know, I refill it all the time. I like to keep different kinds of paper, and I would say I use this at least a few times a week for sure. Just when I'm out and about and that kind of thing. And this is what I would consider like, you know, a real deal art journal. Oh, there's my address again. This is actually an old yearbook, obviously. I bought it at an estate sale, and it's actually like all this writing was already there. All the signatures and everything were already in there because it was, you know, genuinely someone's yearbook. So this is just kind of where I go and just like slap paint around and make a mess and have fun and, you know, do whatever I want to do. I'd be happy to flip through this too if anyone's interested in seeing what's in it. This is actually my second yearbook journal. I did do another one. I found both yearbooks at the same estate sale. And I filled the other one up, and the flip for that is on my channel. I'll put the link below and you can take a look. But this is kind of the second volume of that series. I do actually have one more yearbook left, so I will be sad when they're gone. Hopefully I can find another one, but with the signatures in it is kind of tough to find, but I really like that. I think it adds so much interest to have all that writing on the page. So this is, you know, I do have a couple of other books. I have a book that I keep on my desk at work that mostly has work notes in it, but I do find myself, you know, doodling and drawing in it occasionally. And I do also have a planner that is basically just a plain old planner, but I do find myself doodling and drawing in that occasionally as well. So that's basically it. These are the sketchbooks and the art journals and doodle books and whatever else you want to call them. These are the ones I use on a regular basis, and I thought maybe you'd be interested to see kind of what I have and what I do. Like I said, if you're interested in seeing kind of more detail about any of these in particular, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.